Hey guys, I'm Steph and welcome to my beauty stash. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Before we begin, make sure you click on that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you're notified every time I have a new video upload. I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for choosing to subscribe and for watching my videos. Don't forget guys to give my videos a like, give them those thumbs up, and leave a comment for me. Any kind of video that you want to see from me in the future or any questions that you have over anything that we went over today, please leave a comment for me down below and I will reply as soon as I can. So again, welcome to my new subscribers and let's get started. So today we have a brand new foundation review and wear test from a foundation I'm sure you have been hearing a lot about, and that is the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation. I received a sample of this foundation with my Charlotte Tilbury order, so I have not gone out yet to purchase this foundation. I am going off of the foundation sample card that I was sent a few days ago, so I am really excited that I get to try more than one different shade today. So if you want to see how the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation works on my normal to oily skin. Oh, and we're adding a twist today. I almost forgot to tell you. I'm only using my fingers to apply. That's right, no sponge, no brush, all fingers. So stay tuned. So today guys, I am so excited that I get to be sitting down filming this video because this is a foundation that I have been waiting to try, and I've had my sample, my trial sample for the last few days, and I just haven't gotten the chance to sit down and film this video, but today's the day. The brand new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation launched this past week, and it was widely received with so many people picking up their bottles there at charlottetilbury.com. Why is there so much buzz on this foundation? Well, first and foremost, it's Charlotte Tilbury, and she is known for doing the top supermodels that are in this world and in this beauty industry. She's known for doing the Victoria's Secret fashion show. She's known for working on all the A-list celebrities and just giving them that gorgeous Hollywood glow glass skin, that flawless glass skin. So that is why, one of the reasons why there's so much buzz around this foundation. And the second reason is because of this little baby right here, which is her Hollywood Flawless filter. This is more of like a foundation primer, I guess you could say. It can even be worn alone. It can be worn on top of your foundation. It's like a multitasker. But this little beauty right here gives you that Hollywood flawless glow that everybody wants to have to their skin. This has really, I think in my opinion, put her on the map. I think it is probably the most widely known, the most popular product that she has in her line, and with good reason. If your skin is lacking luminosity, if it's lacking radiance, this is what it looks like, the container. Simply apply some of this. You can do it under your makeup, you can do it over your makeup, and this is going to give you that beautiful glow without it being too shimmery. There's no shimmer because there's no glitter or anything like that. This is just like a lit from within complexion glow. This stuff is amazing, and even though I am a normal to oily skin type, the way I use this, and you'll see me use this today, I try to avoid my nose area and like the center of my forehead. I concentrate it mainly over here on my cheeks and kind of like on the perimeters of my face. So we will definitely be using this today, but the foundation that we're going to use is a big spin-off from her Hollywood Flawless filter. So I can't wait to try it. And another way that I'm going to mix this foundation application up is that I will be using my fingers to apply my foundation. I have been asked by several of you, how do I apply foundation? I just use my fingers. I don't use a brush. I don't use this, that. You know what? There really is no right or wrong way to apply your foundation. It is all based on what you feel works best for you. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited to be trying out this new foundation. All right, so like I said before, I do have a sample that Charlotte Tilbury did send me in one of my recent orders. So this is what I'm going to use to apply the foundation along with my little fingers right here. And before I begin applying this, let me just read you some specifics on this foundation so that way you can see if you think this is something that is going to work for you and you have all the background information on it before we begin. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation is a long-lasting, weightless, hybrid skincare foundation, which is Charlotte's secret to a flawless, poreless-looking, confident complexion. This foundation does provide full coverage with a matte finish. It says that it is suitable for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin types. The highlighted ingredients in this foundation are Complexion, which helps to reduce the appearance of wrinkles, Moss Cell Tech #1, which helps thoroughly hydrate skin, and Air Cool, which provides an immediate fresh feel on skin. This foundation also comes in 44 different shades. Currently, it is available on the Charlotte Tilbury website, but it will be coming to Sephora online and stores on August 29th. Now, when I did a shade match online on Charlotte Tilbury, it did say that I would be the shade 3 Warm. And unfortunately, I don't have a 3 Warm listed here. I have a 3 Cool, I have a 4 Neutral, I have a 5.5 Neutral, a 7.5 Neutral, a 9 Warm, and a 16 Warm. To act as a primer for my skin, I'll be going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I am in the shade 2. I just put a really small amount right here since that's where I normally would do like a little highlight. And I'm just gonna use my fingers and I'm gonna blend that in. And you're gonna see instantaneously I get a beautiful glow to my skin. I am avoiding my nose since that gets glowy on its own. We don't need to amplify that and rush that along. Just lightly dabbing that, pressing that into the skin. If you're more of a normal to dry skin type, I definitely think this is something you're gonna wanna have in your collection because I definitely see more of my normal to drier skin girls getting some more use out of this one. But I'm normal to oily and I still like it. Like it still works pretty well for me. All right, so you don't get too much under the little flap, and I'm going to be applying this to the areas where I would tend to highlight or to add concealer to my skin. So I'm gonna take my ring finger and I'm gonna apply this to the top of my cheeks. Kind of get the side of my nose too. Guys, it has been so long that I've applied foundation with my fingers. I'm gonna go on top of my nose with whatever I can get out of here. Don't get very much, so I need to be careful with how and where I'm applying this. So I want to be able to give you guys a good little wear test today. Now I only have one sample. Guys, if you're ever wanting to try out a new foundation, but you're not sure if you want to make the expense or you can make the expense at that particular time, go into Sephora and they will give you a small sample size, at least for you to wear it for a day. That way you can see how you like it, because they would much rather give you a sample than have you purchase it and come back and return it. So far the two are working well together, the Hollywood Flawless Filter and this Airbrush foundation. I'm going to go in with 16 neutral, because I'm going to use that, which is this one right here. I'm going to use that as a contour. And I'm going to get a little bit on my ring finger. And this is where I would normally put some contour. And I'm just going to blend that. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. We'll blend that as we go. That just gave a nice warmth to my skin. Woo! Like it. I'm just gonna take a little bit down my nose, right here on the side of my nose. Now keep in mind, I'm used to doing all this with my makeup sponge. And whatever you see how I kind of got off the line there, I can correct that with the concealer. I do have the Charlotte Tilbury concealer, which I will be using today. I usually like to cut my nose right there in the middle because I have a long nose. And I always put some contour down here at the bottom. I'm going to get a little bit more and put it right here. A little bit under my jawline. All of this down here is to contour. So if you have any kind of a double chin, or you just don't have a well-defined jaw, or you don't like this area, this is all you have to do. You add the dark to it. And just drag it down. Ooh, I look like I just came back from the beach and I love it. Now I'm gonna go in with 4 neutral. You'll see that I'm kind of gonna go over where I lay down the darker shade. I'm just gonna lightly go over it just so that it can kind of blend in. Put that in the center of my nose. And then I just kind of tap over where I applied the darker on my nose. Let me take a closer look at it. Oh, I think the finish is beautiful. Oh, I like all these colors together. I think it looks really pretty. It has a nice coverage to it. To me, it's not, well, maybe because I don't have a lot of product to work with, because it doesn't feel that, that full of a coverage. But man, my skin is just glowing. I really like how this all came together, how this all looks. It looks so pretty. It lays down smoothly. You just have that beautiful, I'm gonna put a little bit on my eyelids. You have that beautiful finish to it. I try to not take the foundation up under my eye. I just leave that for the concealer, but I do like to dab a little bit of foundation on my eyelid just to make everything cohesive. I still have a little bit of 4 neutral that I'm working on. I don't think I'm going to open up any of the other shades. I'm just kind of placing that here. Now I do think I would have done a better job blending out my forehead if I was using my beauty sponge. But I'm going to try not to use that, man. I keep wanting to reach for it, but I'm not. I haven't yet. I'm going to add just a little bit more of shade 16. Right in here. Okay guys, what do y'all think? I like it so far. Man, I wish I could get those three shades, you know, but if I'm gonna buy one, I have to just stick with one, because this foundation This foundation is not an inexpensive foundation, so I think we were really able to make something work with the 3 shades, and I still have a couple extra shades in here in my little sample that I got from my Charlotte Tilbury order. So now I'm going to add some concealer under my eye area and kind of a little bit on the high points of my face, and I will be using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Concealer. Now I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and I am in the shade One Fair. So far I think we're looking pretty good. You know, I like the way it came out with just using my fingers and stuff. So I'm going to just set everything in place right now with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the skin. I'm really happy with the way everything came out. Of course, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer and blush and all that stuff. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup. So far, I think we are looking good. Again, all of this was done using my fingers. Right now, the time is 11 o'clock, well, it's gonna be. So I will have this foundation on for a good 10 hours today. I will do periodic check-ins with you guys, and we will see how the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation is going to hold up on my normal to oily skin. So I will check in with you guys in a few. Hey guys, so it has now been 3 hours since I have been wearing the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I always trip myself up whenever I say that. I always get tongue-tied, and I think I filmed this intro already like 4 times. So far, I think it looks very pretty on my skin. I love the way my skin looks. Aside from the fact that I am very dewy and very glowy right now, which I expect it to be because I have the Hollywood Flawless filter on underneath, and that is typically how my skin tends to react whenever I do wear that. Also, I have to say that the Charlotte Tilbury powder is not my most favorite when it comes to keeping my oils at bay. It does a good job with smoothing, but it doesn't do a great job with oil control. So I'm pretty sure that if I had worn a more mattifying powder, that I wouldn't be as shiny, as glowy as I am right now. But I wanted to try and use as many Charlotte Tilbury products that I had and that I could, so that you guys can kind of see how they perform. My eyeshadow is Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Exaggerize eyeshadow quad. So far guys, it's a very pretty foundation. It really is. And I love that I was able to play around with the different shades in it. I really love the glow that I have to my skin and the colors that I used. So far it's winning, but it could be a little bit better just because I have normal to oily skin. So I will see you guys with my 6-hour check-in in just a little bit. Stay hydrated guys, don't forget that water. Bye. Hey guys, so it is now 6 hours that I have been wearing the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and I'm a little bit more dewy than I was 3 hours ago, but I don't know why, I really like the way it looks on my skin. It's not caking up, it's not cracking, it's not settling, it's sitting really smooth on my skin, and I really like that. I mean, aside from the obvious, you know, oiliness, I like this, and I feel like if I was able to, which I am able to, but I choose not to for these foundation reviews, but if I was to powder to lightly touch up, everything would look really nice. It would look the same way it did, you know, this morning when I applied it. So I like this, guys. Regardless of the dew, I'm down with it. So I will be back for my final check-in with you guys a little bit later. We're doing 10 hours today with this one, and I will see you guys in a bit. guys, so we have reached the 10-hour mark with the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. And guys, I know that I am shiny, but I really love this foundation. I feel like it just hasn't settled in any of my lines. It hasn't sunken into my pores. It really does. I feel like it makes me look airbrushed. My nose is so smooth, like it's not kicking up anywhere. It's not even coming off down here. It's just, yes, I'm glowy, I'm aware of that, but it's nothing a little powder can't fix and a blotting sheet can't fix. I really like this, and I really love the colors that I use, the shades that I use today, because remember, I am trying out the sample. I have not purchased the full size yet. All I had was the sample card that they sent me with my other Charlotte Tilbury order, and I am wearing the shades 3N, 4N, and 16N. 16N is my contour, my bronzer shade, and wow, I'm hoping maybe I can pick up 2 shades when this foundation goes to Sephora, because I really like how the darker foundation worked as a bronzer on my skin. It's something that I'm gonna have to think about, because you know, this is a $44 foundation, so not too sure if I can purchase 2 of them at one time, but that is definitely something that I would like to do, because I have really enjoyed wearing this foundation today. It doesn't feel greasy, doesn't feel cakey. It just, I love the way my skin looks, you know, aside from the oils. I'm really happy with it, guys. This new Charlotte Tilbury foundation is getting 2 big thumbs up from me. Remember, I have normal to oily skin. I am 37 years old. I do have large visible pores, and I really like the way this foundation went over that. So if it's something that you are interested in trying, guys, wait for it to hit Sephora so you can go in store, ask them for a sample. So that way they can shade match you. You can bring it home and try it out for a day or 2, see how you're gonna like it, and then you can decide if it's gonna be for you. But I love it, and it's definitely something that I am gonna be picking up later this week. Remember, I use my hands, I use my fingers to apply everything, all of it. So I was so happy with the way this wear test went today. I'm really happy with everything. So I will leave you guys here. I need to go get ready for bed. You guys have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, drink your water, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye. Hey guys, so it has now been 3 hours that I have been wearing the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. So guys, it has now been 3 hours that I have been wearing the new foundation from Charlotte.